Hey guys, LordOfPondtail here with another video for Rise of Empires, Ice and Fire. As you can see, we're in the Eden map today and my guild is just about to take a level 3 gate. Level 3 gates have 4,200 rebel zeal, so you're going to need that amount of loyalty to be able to take them. And they've got 1.2 million fortification power. As usual at the start, you're going to have to have your higher level loyalty castles attack the gate until you remove 20% of its fortification value. Now, annoyingly for me, I couldn't get my pad set up in time, so I'm having to actually march from, as you can see, nearly 700 kilometers away. But I thought I'd still show you this video so that you can see how we're taking the gate. Now, if you look on the gate, you'll see these two markers. Let's zoom in on this. So on the left you can see, on the right you've got these two vertical columns of light, and these are banners. If we go into specialization and into the combat menu, you'll see if you go combat red north, you have these two items, raid banner and pioneer banner. If you place these, they'll give you buffs for taking the gate. So firstly, with Raider banner, the max you can there's 5 levels to it. You can max it up, and you can play. The banner will last for 30 minutes, and when allies attack targets within 5 tiles of the banner, you'll get an additional 10% on your demolition. On the right hand side, with the Pioneer banner, this relates to stamina. So again, it only lasts for 30 minutes, but you can place it again, and any targets within 5 tiles range of the banner will result in minus 50% Legion stamina being used, or Legion energy cost, as it says. Both of these banners have a 24-hour cooldown, so you can only use them once a day. But what that in effect does, if you place the one for stamina, you can get double the amount of hits on that object that you're attacking. Now, I think my TP's over here. Yeah, 42 minutes left, so I definitely missed the boat with this. I'm going to set my legions to march anyway, and we're going to change this over to some footmen legions. I'm pretty sure that the guys are going to easily take this gate. You know, obviously with compared to season 1, the fortification values are much higher, but because you have this system of being able to hit with just after the first 20%, you can then hit with lower loyalty guys, that it does make it easier. We've got a pretty good attendance for this gate hit as well. You can see there's quite a few people that aren't in the area that are still attacking it as well. I need to sort out my other legions. I've been, as it's a Thursday today, I've been taking marauders to try and get my 9 boxes. Well, 13-minute march time, great. So I'm definitely not going to get too many points from this gate, I'm afraid. But I've got all my legions marching now, so I'll get a few points. As you can see, the key kind of element for taking both higher level gates and towns and capitals in Eden is going to be, well, 2 key elements. You're going to need to have bannermen, so you want to kind of allocate at least, I would say, 4 players in your guild, maybe even 6, that will have banners. This will allow you probably to take, if you have 6, then you can definitely take, say, 3 low level kind of level gates such as this a day. If you have, or you could potentially take 2, you know, high level towns, for instance, because as I said, with the banners only lasting for 30 minutes, and really you want to kind of maximize the time that you can attack that structure for with such a high fortification value, you might find that you're actually attacking a high level town or a capital for over an hour, and you would need 3 different players to set banners every 30 minutes so that you can take so that you can benefit from being able to hit more times with the reduced stamina, and also with the reduced energy cost, and then also that you're taking more of the fortification value off each time because you've got that extra 10% buff from the other banner. So that's going to kind of be a key element to it, for particularly the larger valued structures in the map. The other thing is, as I always say, is activity. You're going to need lots of active players, and you're going to need, that's where kind of increasing your guild capacity is going to be key, and you're going to want to do that, reach 100 plus as quickly as you can, which means something, you know, you're going to need people to be focusing on tiling to increase the EXP for the guild, and donating a certain amount of construction materials each day. Like in our alliance, we've just set a limit that you contribute 10,000 a day. I think that's a reasonable amount, because you don't want to restrict people's growth in terms of their loyalty, because you need them to level up on their loyalty as well. As you, I've actually finally reached the gate, and we won. Again, it's always good to just check your battles. I mean, I was always going to win that anyway. Only minus 15,000 power from that hit. Having Avalanche in that Legion, I'll be able to get a couple of hits. I mean, where are we at? We haven't even done 100,000 yet, and it's been 7 minutes. So at this rate, I actually will be able to teleport. I've only got 38 minutes left on my pad to be able to then teleport over closer to the gate. So I might get a chance at this. And you can see now, this is kind of a key point that I was making. You know, it's taken us 7 minutes almost to remove not even 100,000 power. To be honest, this wasn't the great. Usually we've been taking gates or structures at plus 12 hours every day, or very early after reset. And today randomly, like I woke up and got it's my day off, so I had a bit of a lie-in, woke up and see a message that we're taking this gate at plus 8.5 hours after reset, which is completely random time compared to what we've been taking the rest of the days. So it's not that easy. And then I had to kind of I had to abandon one tile that took 25 minutes before I could then make my pad, and by the time I'd faffed around and done that, I was already not going to make the pad in time for the gate. So my other kind of key point that I'd like to make, particularly to the R5 and R4s in your guilds, is for me, I think it's important that you do communicate a bit with the players in your guild and work out what's best for you all in terms of having structured times for taking buildings, you know, such as the gates and towns, because at the end of the day, guys, this is a game, and we all have real life commitments, whether that be work, family, friends, etc., and you have to try and find a balance. It's also kind of difficult because we're all split around the world as well playing this game, and you know, for some people are probably asleep right now. Obviously, if they're, for instance, west coast of America, it's the middle of the night there, so doing a gate hit right now wouldn't be convenient for them. But maybe you've only got a couple of players in your guild from that area part of the world, so you've got to kind of make a judgment on that and go with the majority. Now, I'm not going to sit here and record 55 minutes of gate hits for you guys, because I think you're all going to get pretty bored. We're going to take a break from this, and I will come back to you guys once we're kind of further down the line, maybe in another 20 minutes when we're setting the banner again, or potentially actually once we've reduced the value. So actually we might be seeing that now. I was going to say we'll come back once we go to the lower Rebel Zeal value, so that we can see the difference that it makes on this level 3 gate. And there you go. So the gate has entered now the damaged phase. So that happened at 1 million demolition value. So you only have to take 200,000 off for a level 3 gate to get it to decrease into the damaged state. And as you can see, it's in the damaged state. You've got the fire icon in the top right hand corner, and the Rebel Zeal value has dropped by 1,000 to 3,200, which means that then anyone who has that level of loyalty or higher will be able to hit the gate, and this probably should accelerate how quickly we can hit the gate now. So as I say, guys, I'm going to take a short break while we continue to hit the gate, and I'll come back to you in a few minutes time. Alright guys, so welcome back. We're about half an hour further in, and as you can see, our banner has finished, and we don't have a second bannerman. We've actually abandoned trying to take the gate because we only, as you can see, we still need 430,000 demo points, and it's just not possible when you don't have that stamina reducing banner. Ironically, my pad will be ready in 4 minutes, so that I can then teleport here to then make another pad, because we're going to be taking a town very close by. Here we go. We're going to be taking this town at some point today, hopefully. So yeah, I'm basically going to make a pad here, and then we'll be taking that town. And I'm really hopeful that I'll be able to do a video for that later on as well. So this is kind of like a good this is like a good example of what not to do in Eden, pretty much. As I was talking about before, you know, this was a different time to when we usually would do a hit on a gate or a town, and it's caught out a lot of players, including myself. And the other thing is, you know, we only had one. I think we've got 3 bannermen in our guild at the moment, and we're trying to expand that to at least 4, 5 or 6, as I've talked about earlier in the video. But we were only able to use 1 banner on this gate. Otherwise, probably we would have been okay to take it. But as I said, banners have a 24-hour cooldown, and we're waiting for. We're going to need at least 2 banners to take the town later. And so you just didn't have enough participation to make it worthwhile, guys. So here we go. That was a great. This was a great video on what not to do. I hope that for those of you that are working through Eden or who haven't got to Eden yet, you'll kind of use this as a learning curve, and you won't make the same mistakes that we did. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I'll be back soon with a town hit video for you guys, and enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you soon.